We did morphology last time, which is the way the land is laid out. And you'll all remember this slide from last time. It's a cross-section cutaway of Israel. Where we're going to spend most of our time here is on the central ridge. Look at this central ridge from another perspective. And obviously the coloring is elevation shadings. So we're going to skip the Battle of Jericho. And the next thing that happens after Jericho is we have the battle at Ai. So here's Jericho again. There's a couple of trails that come up from Jericho. There's the one that they're going to take to get to Ai, and this is Ai basically right there. There's the one that goes up to Jerusalem, and then there's a northern one that goes up a little farther north. And there's a close-up of the terrain around Ai. When they go up against Ai, they'll come up this ridge like so, and then up this trail on the plateau and hit Ai. So let's go ahead and read the scripture now. They've already tried it once, been rebuffed, and now they're going to go up again, and this time they're going to take Ai. So now we're down to chapter 8. And the Lord said to Joshua, "Do not fear and do not be dismayed. Take all the fighting men with you, and arise, go up to Ai. See, I have given into your hand the king of Ai and his people, his city, and his land. And you shall do to Ai and its king as you did to Jericho and its king. Only its spoil and its livestock you shall take as plunder for yourselves. Lay an ambush against the city behind it." So there's your key. So Joshua and all the fighting men rose to go up to Ai, and Joshua chose 30,000 mighty men of valor and sent them out by night. All the fighting men are going to go up. They're going to split. The ambush party is going to go out by night where they're not observed. Verse 4, "And he commanded them, Behold, you shall lie in ambush against the city behind it. Do not go very far from the city, but all of you remain ready. And all the people who are with me will approach the city, and when they come out against us, just as before, we shall flee before them. And they will come out after us until we have drawn them away from the city. For they will say, They are fleeing us just as before. So we'll flee before them, then you shall rise up from the ambush and seize the city. For the Lord your God will give it into your hand, and as soon as you have taken the city, you shall set the city on fire. You shall do according to the word of the Lord. See, I have commanded you." So Joshua sent them out, and they went to the place of ambush, and lay between Bethel and Ai to the west of Ai, but Joshua spent that night among the people. The ambush party then, I am assuming, goes up this same ridge, but instead of going on this trail that goes north to Ai and Bethel, they continue on and go past Migron. And then they go up this valley. See, there's a little valley there. And what they're doing then is they're hiding down in this valley where they're not visible from Bethel and Ai. So then Joshua the next morning comes up the same trail, and he turns north. And he does a direct approach to Ai from the east. As soon as the men of Ai see him, they say, "Aha, the pesky Hebrews is back." Said, "We beat them once, we can beat them again." And they all charge out to fight against Israel. Joshua and his formation fall back before them and draw them further away from the city. And as soon as they have fallen away from the city, then what will happen is these guys will come up out of this wadi, and they will take both Bethel and Ai.